Hello Smackdown, I've got a request for you. You know how you keep editing the crowd reaction for Daniel Bryan? Can you cut that out? I mean, I get it. You're trying to present a consistent narrative, which requires the presentation of Bryan as the bad guy, someone fully deserving of our loud boos. But for God's sake, if you're going to do that, can it not be so half-arsed? In an ideal world, I'd just have whatever the natural crowd reaction to the wrestlers was. But I also understand that Smackdown sometimes has bits repeated, so the crowd might not be as into it, since they just watched someone cock up whatever important moment was being played out, so it's sometimes necessary to edit the sound. And if your booking plans require that Daniel Bryan, in this case, be received as the heel, then of course, you should be doing everything in your power to present him this way. But to be honest, you're not. You're just editing sound. That's it. And that poorly constructed facade falls to pieces the second you show a wide-angle shot of the crowd either loudly cheering for him or visibly joining in with the yes chants. If you want to present him as being unpopular, you simply can't do this. SmackDown's not live, which means you can have your cameras search the crowd for people that aren't cheering for him. This shouldn't be hard to do. Yes, Daniel Bryan is currently riding a wave of popularity big enough to justify a new t-shirt, but the sea of Nexus merchandise didn't stop that group from being both shown and received as the big bad. Not everyone likes Daniel Bryan. Find those people and show us them. When you're not doing that, we need close-up shots of Bryan, his opponent, the commentary team, basically anything that does not reveal the show of support the live crowd have for him. Hell, put the Titantron video up if that's all you can do. Actual matches become a little more difficult to film, but we've had experience here before. Edge was regularly booed to the ring, cheered throughout his match, and booed all the way to the back. Most viewers would accept it as an appreciation and respect of a highly skilled performer. Shawn Michaels, I think, said something along the lines of, "People don't have to like me, but they damn sure gotta respect me." And there's no reason that can't be the case here. Hell, if anything, it makes Bryan a more credible threat. More than anything, though, the right opponent can be the key to the reaction you want. A few years ago, putting either Michaels or Steve Austin in a match would almost guarantee fans' attention was focused on them. Any cheers would be in their direction, no matter the opponent, and no matter the actions they took. That was used very successfully in the Michaels-Jericho feud to turn Jericho heel. Bryan needs to be fed the right opponents. Zack Ryder's stars faded a little of late, but would likely be guaranteed a huge pop against the former world champion. Santino Marella always gets a huge reaction, and as baffling as his enduring popularity is to me, for some reason Hornswoggle is beloved, and his recent pairing with Brodus Clay hasn't exactly diminished that. Some would love it, of course, but kicking Hornswoggle into the head height prior to a match with Clay would certainly generate heat. It would also elevate Brodus Clay and give people a reason to care about his matches. A decent length loss to Daniel Bryan is worth 1,000 squash victories over Kurt Hawkins. The biggest flaw in WWE's current plan, though, is that they're putting Bryan on Raw, which instantly throws away everything they've worked to establish on SmackDown because they have no control over the show in a live environment. Sure, they could pump in canned booing into the arena, but from current reaction, it would be completely drowned out. A live show limits the time you have to find the right crowd shots, and they can't be edited in at other points. Which to me says that if someone isn't getting the reaction you want, don't put them in an environment you can't control. Stick them on SmackDown. Obviously you have the issue of pay-per-views, but for one, there's a much smaller audience for these than either Raw or SmackDown, and in any case, if you've not been able to manipulate the crowd into giving the right reaction in a month or more, you may as well give up and just go with the flow.